Hi, this is Artie Egendorf. Welcome to the second preparatory lesson for Energy's Way. We're going to do standing today. Well, this is for Energy's Way, the basic practice where we move, walking, but it's actually for anybody, for anything, and any kind of life. Because standing is something we all do a lot during the day, including when we walk and get up, sit down. But also, people think metaphorically when we take a stand. And the way taking a stand is usually spoken about in these times, it's as if you have to be forceful. Actually, it's not very powerful to take a stand that way. So what is, I'll show you. It takes qualities that aren't usually spoken about, let alone explicitly. So let me show you, rather than just talking about it. In our first preparatory lesson, I invited you to explore how breathing goes, not only in your chest and belly, but all the way through as you go through the 3 steps of doing breathing, allowing breathing, and then welcoming breathing. Now we're going to add 3 qualities of being patient, gentle, and sensitive. And to be patient means to think into each moment. To be gentle means to feel into each moment. And to be sensitive is to respond in each moment. It doesn't mean to be weak or flaccid. It means to be appropriate. So first we're going to explore what it's like to do, allow, and welcome by being patient, gentle, and sensitive, just standing. So as you're there, just notice how it is. And you have feet on the floor. Check and see whether you have your knees locked. If you do, you might try unlocking them, not so that you bend them down necessarily, but just have a little flexibility there. The same with your hips, same with your shoulders, same with your head and neck. And then feel how it is just to stand. And then shift your weight to your left leg. It's going to look like my right, unless you sort of shift your point of view. I'm actually on my left leg right now. So there's less weight on your right foot. And then explore what it would be like to bring some pressure into your toes, your right toes, and then into your right heel. And to go back and forth from toes and the ball of your foot to the heel. And see how patiently, gently, and sensitively you can do this. So there's nothing rushed, there's nothing harsh, there's nothing forceful. And then shift to putting some pressure on the outside of your right foot. And then to the inside, and you'll notice you need to bend your ankle a little bit. And then to the outside. And then into the inside. And you'll notice as you keep doing this outside, inside at that pace, that it's not only your ankle that's bending, there's some bending in your knee, and you might feel it going up to your right hip, and maybe even to your right ribs and shoulders. Then stop, bring your weight evenly balanced on both feet, and notice how you are. And check out whether your feet feel different. Your legs, hips, anything in the rest of you. Then shift weight over to your left foot again. And this time, we're going to make circles around the sole of our right foot. Have the pressure go toward the ball and toes and around the outside, back to the heel, then into the inside, and then the front of the ball and toes around to the outside rim, and the heel, inside, and the ball and toes, and one more time out to the outside, the heel, and to the ball and toes. And you may notice, if you do that one more time on your own, that it's not only the ankle and the knee and the hip But you may notice that as you circle with your right foot, you circle. You notice you circling? I did it more times than I said. So then come back on both feet in an evenly balanced way. Now notice how you are. Then shift your weight over to the right foot, and the left foot has much less pressure on it and is freed up so that you can experiment. Toes, heels get more pressure, and you're rolling your foot forward and backward and forward and backward. You may notice you're doing it with not only your ankle, but your knee, maybe your hip. And maybe now more of you is fluid and flowing enough that you notice all of you is going forward and turning maybe a little bit and back. And then stop and go to the outside and the inside of the foot. Outside and the inside. And I'm letting myself get into that movement. I'm not holding myself rigid. And you may notice from watching that I'm moving as I'm moving my foot. Moving my foot moves me. And now let's do the circle, the forward to the toes and ball and around to the inside, heel, and then the outside, toes and ball of foot, inside, heel, and then outside, toes and ball, and around to the inside, heel, and outside, and then just stop there and go the other direction. Toes and ball to the outside, heel, inside, ball and toes, round to the outside, heel, inside, toes and ball, and one more time, outside, heels, inside, toes and ball, and then balance evenly on both feet. Take a breath, feel how you are all through you. You're not going to feel as if you spent an hour in the gym, but you may notice that you're a little more alive, a little more vibrant, some more energy, life came in just from these very small movements. Now imagine we're going to put those together and you're going to go to the ball and toes of your right foot around the outside, heel inside, and then before continuing you're going to take over and with the left foot, ball and toes around to the outside, heel and inside, and then take over the inside of the right foot, and notice what we're doing. We're going to be going like this and like this, a figure 8 on the floor, which as you study Energy's Way you'll see is not an accident. So, let's go without necessarily shifting the weight a whole lot, maybe just a little to the left foot. Or they go around, they get a circle around on the right foot, come back to the inside of the right foot, take over with the left foot, inside, ball, toes around to the outside, heel around to the inside, shift your weight over to the left a little bit, take over with the right foot, and inside of the right foot, ball, toes, outside and heel, and back around. And now I'll just do this and see if you can catch on. And I'll let myself get into this a little bit. And notice, it's like walking in place. And we could reverse things, but that's probably enough to just stop right now and stand and notice standing. And how hips are and shoulders are and head and neck. And whether you don't have a whole new fluid, more dynamic sense of standing. We'll continue next time. Thanks for joining me. Practice.